we are going to talk about OCLC cataloging partners. So those of you who go to advisory meeting, there was some discussion about this service that we've been offering for several years, but a lot of people didn't know about it. So we are here to give you more information about it and to show you pictures of my baby. So let's see. How do I, there, no? Geez, you would think I know how to use electronics or something. So, okay, thank you. Yes, I run your databases. Okay, so a little history. Okay, first that's Brennan. This is our son, James. So I call him Little B. So his Halloween costume yesterday was Little B, and there'll be another slide where you guys can all make fun of James. So, and he's smiling. Yes, he's at daycare. So. Where they can change his poopy diapers. So just to give you some history background, oh gosh, it was what, 3 or 4 years ago? It seems like forever now, 4 years ago that we switched from OCLC Cat Express to the full level of OCLC cataloging. And that was when we started that reclamation process, and we've inventoried all your guys' libraries, we've weeded, we've done all this cleanup. Well, one of the features of being a full-level cataloging member with OCLC is that you can get free records, free MARC records. So that used to be called PromptCat. Then it was changed to Cataloging Partners, and now it's called WorldShare. So every time they change their names, they get a new piece of software, which means we spend months and months trying to make stuff work that used to work and get frustrated and want to drive to Ohio and burn places down. But we won't because we're professionals. So all right. So there's Brennan smiling, and there's Brennan as a little bee. So if you want more baby pictures, I have a whole phone full of them. So, all right, so there you go. There's James and me yesterday at the library. So James is on the left. He is a beekeeper. There's Brennan smiling in the middle. He didn't like the top because it made him warm, so he pulled that off. And then I'm supposed to be a beehive, right? Hence the wig, yeah. So, yeah. So because the idea of making a beehive would have taken me like 6 months, and there's no way it would have actually happened in time for Halloween. So I bought a little thing, so that's what we get. Okay, so how does Cataloging Partners work? Well, it works with some vendors, and in a minute I'm going to click on that link and show you. It's not all vendors, okay? So you need to make sure it's a vendor that we can use, the main one being Baker & Taylor, which hopefully you guys are all ordering from Baker & Taylor because Selco gives you that really good discount. I think it's like 26% off. It might be even more, like 56? 42. I knew it was, that's the meaning of life and everything. Yeah. Okay, so this is how it works. So here we are, right? Here is your vendor, like Baker & Taylor is the example I get, and OCLC. So it works like a triangle. So you order from your vendor, Baker & Taylor, for example, and Baker & Taylor sends those ISBNs to OCLC, and then OCLC sends your MARC records to us, and we load them into Horizon for you. So that by the time you get your box of books from Baker & Taylor, there hopefully is a lot of records waiting for you. And all you have to do is the steps of checking them that you would have learned in cataloging class with Becky. And then you can add your item and check them in. Now, not every record is going to be there, and not all of them are going to be great records because it's only whatever's in OCLC. So you have to have also a profile set up, and Becky's going to talk more about that. But before she does that, I'm going to show you the list of vendors. And this presentation will be online. So if you want to see the list of vendors, you can come here and click on this link. So, and look at pictures of my baby. So, okay. So OCLC has some of the most convoluted websites. So it took me like 2 days to find this page because, you know, why update things? why make it easy? So Baker and Taylor, I think we've got somebody who wants to do Ingram. A lot of the schools use Mackin, but they also get records through the school, so they are not used as much. I do want to point out that over here on the right are other vendors they work with, but these ones charge you. Usually it's like $1, $1.10 per record. For example, Midwest Tapes. You can get mark records sent to us and we load them in for you, but the library would be paying for them. So you want to think about that. One more thing, I know that a couple of you use acquisitions, and I know Justin asked this before. It works with your acquisitions module. When we bring in the records, we're checking over for a full record or not, and they'll talk about that. But yeah, you would just order, if you're ordering through Horizon, you don't order from the website, you're ordering from Horizon. So it still works the same, basically. Okay.
Same proof of concept. There we go.
All right, so continuing on the theme of things that we love, we've got my furry non-linguistic sister. So profile setup. What you need to do if you want this activated for you is send into the help desk a ticket that says, hey, I want this service. These are my account numbers. For Baker and Taylor, we for sure need the long form 20-digit code, not the little short one, the long one. Don't ask why. And from there, I take your numbers and contact OCLC, go to a different website, enter your cataloging OCLC authorization number, and get the following things for you. A unique website, we activate the cataloging partner service within that website, which is entering account numbers, choosing vendors, saying to OCLC, why yes, we want records emailed to us, yes, we want these reports, so on and so forth, until finally, in theory, your account numbers are activated within OCLC, and that's the symbol for OCLC to then send us the records that we get from your orders. A fair warning that this can take some time. As we said before, OCLC is using a new platform, WorldShare. They updated that this summer. When we transitioned over the people who were already using cataloging partners, 5 of them worked automatically. 2 of them, it took an additional 2.5 months before Baker and Taylor and OCLC finally talked to each other and got the record sending. And that's because we're getting 2 third-party vendors to talk to each other. That Baker and Taylor was saying it was an OCLC issue, and OCLC was saying it was a Baker and Taylor together, and you kind of want to get the 2 of them in a room and say, okay, guys, I don't care whose fault it is, I just want it to work. That's all I want. And so it can take a process, so the sooner you get us those account numbers, the sooner we can get those slow mechanics rolling for you.
All right, and I'm going to talk about the workflow, and there's my dog. When she was a puppy, she did fit into a beer stein. So what happens after everything's set up is I get emails, and actually they go to WorldCat, telling me that, hey, you've got records. And so then I'm the one who's going to the custom website, and yeah, I built a custom script because you try to keep that many websites and usernames and passwords together, and it's not going to work. And there's Molly, she buried the treats. So we download the latest file and enter it in, which looks like this. It takes a while, so I usually start it off, get some coffee, and then I come back and it's done. And then after that, I spend the rest of my afternoon checking by title and ISBN that we don't have any duplicates and taking care of the ones that are. And then for those who like data, this is how many records we processed through last Friday, was 11,000. and we brought in 1,100 new ones, and we overlaid 5,200. That's going to be like the acquisitions records, or if you brought in a brief record, or if you brought in a record and 3 days later a much better record came into OCLC. And I think it's back to Becky because that looks like her dog.
She's hiding in her safe place from the thunderstorms. So from here on out, once the records are into the system, you're going to still want to check those records over for correct and complete information. Some records that we receive through cataloging partners will be less than complete. With the switch to the new platform with OCLC, we can no longer choose the encoding level of the records we receive. OCLC took that away from us. So you will be getting some of those brief vendor records if it matches on ISBN. Also, because we get records off of your ordering, some of those records are based on pre-publication information, so they can be less than accurate. So as you do with any other record that you bring up in Horizon, make sure to check it over from completeness. It's possible that the record will have been updated between the time that we brought it into the database and when the book came out, so the record in OCLC may be newer and more complete than what you get in OCLC. If ever you have any questions or are unsure of what to add or what not to add or what to edit, or if you even want to edit, or if it's just so brief that you just go, I can't use this, please, please, please always send them to the help desk. Also, make sure to change, as always, your records from IP to CC. When we run cataloging partners, the script that we have will overlay new records on bibs marked IP. If the records are marked CC, those new records won't overlay on things that are already in the system. So we don't bring them in as IP, or we don't bring them in as CC, we bring them in as IP. So check those over and change them. And yeah, if you have any questions or if you want the service, go ahead and send those questions to the help desk and we'll be more than happy to get the ball rolling on any of that for you. So, any questions? Yeah. 263, it's the publisher line. It really doesn't, publisher, I think it's a short form date for, yeah, it's the short form date of when the book actually gets released. Lisa's asking if we have to, you don't really need to do anything with the 263 line. Oftentimes when the book comes out and someone updates the OCLC record, that'll get taken out of there. So that's one of those fields you don't really have to worry about.
Any other questions about cataloging partners process? Or Brennan, yeah.
Or dogs.
Yeah, or the dog.
You still want us to send you when we change, like the
Yep.
pages.
Yeah, this doesn't change any real cataloging stuff. So if they're cataloging partners,
No, cataloging in general.
we should let's say
We're a little short on time, so if you've got cataloging questions, send them to the help desk or grab one of us. If you've got any questions about cataloging partners, I can happily answer those right now. Nada? All right, thanks.